Hey there! In this episode of Cash Query with Kritikas, we have got a young seafarer who's just started investing and has big dreams of buying a house. We'll look at whether their current strategies align with their ambitious goals. Next, we'll tackle a tricky situation about claiming house rent allowance. Can you claim HRA when you own a house but are temporarily renting out due to renovations? We'll clear that up. Our third question is about estate planning. We'll discuss how to ensure your property is inherited by your loved ones exactly the way you wish, without any legal hassles. And finally, we'll explore the world of digital gold. Is it a good investment option? How does it compare to physical gold or other gold investments? We'll break it down for you. This series is all about addressing your real-world financial questions. Whether you are just starting your financial journey or looking to optimize your wealth, we have got something for everyone. And don't worry, we keep everything anonymous so you can learn without any awkwardness. Let's get started. Alright, now I'd like to introduce my assistant for today, Mithilesh. He'll be reading out our questions. Mithilesh, let's hear that first question.
Episode 2, Question 1. I'm 30 and about to be married. I'm a seafarer by profession, drawing about 12 lakh rupees per annum. I have started investing in mutual funds with SIP of rupees 5,000 each in PGIM India Flexi Cap, Mirai Asset Large Cap and Quant Active Fund. I also invested a lump sum of rupees 50,000 in Quant Active Fund and another rupees 50,000 in HDFC Multi-Cap Fund. I have a large risk appetite and want to accumulate 2 crore rupees for buying a house in the next 3 years. Am I on the right track?
Okay, thank you Mithilesh for that. Now considering your monthly investments, budget and income, a 2 crore house may be beyond your capacity in 3 years time. Currently you are investing 15,000 per month. Assuming a 15% CAGR, this will enable you to build a corpus of approximately 8.7 lakhs in 3 years. Now, based on your current income, the average home loan that you will be eligible for, considering your net salary, would be for approximately 48 to 60 lakhs. So, unless you have another source of money, buying a 2 crore house will not be possible in 3 years. Also, equity investments are a good long-term investments, but they are not the best option for a short term. Even a small upheaval in the market could wipe out your savings and leave you without funds at the time when you need it the most. So it is advisable that you start moving out your investments from equity to debt as you get closer to your goal. Typically, you should complete this in a phased manner a year before the corpus to maximize your gains and minimize risks. You have invested in some good funds, reevaluate your goals, increase your monthly investments and build a bigger corpus that you can use to fund your house. Meanwhile, continue to build a good credit score and save up for other expenses and emergencies so that you do not have to dip into your savings for any reason. Alright, with this, let's move on to next question. Mithilesh, please.
Episode 2, Question 2. I own 2 properties at separate locations. I live in one and my parents in the other. I need to move out of the place I live in for 6 months to carry out renovations. As I plan to take another house on rent for the period, can I claim HRA for the period I will stay in the rented accommodation?
So the exemption for house rent allowance is denied to employees if he or she occupies a house which is owned by them or there is no actual payment of rent. There is no condition that the exemption shall not be allowed if employees own more than one house property or owns a property and stays in a rented premise. So in the given case, since rent will be paid for the house which is being occupied for a period during which the owned house is under renovation, exemption can be claimed for HRA provided relevant documents evidencing rental payments such as rent receipts or rent agreement are submitted to the employer. Additionally, the PAN of the landlord has to be provided to the employer if the rent for the financial year exceeds 1 lakh rupees. The exemption will be calculated considering the salary for the period during which the rental accommodation is occupied and not for the whole year. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Mithilesh, please.
Episode 2, Question 3. I own an apartment in a housing complex and it is registered in my name. I want the apartment to be inherited by my wife and then my daughter without any hassle. How can I do this? Can I register the property in the joint names of all three? If so, what is the procedure for such registration?
So, as joint holders, your wife and daughter will be entitled to their share as specified in the deed, and your share in the apartment shall be transferred to your legal heirs in equal ratio if you do not make a will. You can also bequeath your share to them in your will so that they become absolute owners on the execution of the will. Simultaneously, your wife can bequeath her share in favor of your daughter so that she becomes the ultimate owner. To make them joint holders, you need to give them your share and get their shares registered. I think that was a brilliant question. Let's move on to our next question. Mithilesh, can you please read it out?
Episode 2, Question 4. Is digital gold a good way to buy the yellow metal?
Well, this question has been gaining traction as both fintech platforms and jewelers are now offering digital gold as an investment option. This requires a more elaborative answer. Let's explore what this new way of buying gold entails. First of all, what is digital gold? So, it is essentially an instrument that allows you to invest in pure gold in digital form. When you buy digital gold, the seller stores an equivalent amount of physical gold in secured vaults. After making a payment, you receive an invoice and the purchase quantity is reflected in your account with the service provider. Now, who is offering this digital gold? So in India, digital gold is primarily offered by three entities: MMTC PMP, Augment Gold Tech, and Digital Gold India, also known as Safe Gold. These firms have partnered with various service providers and popular jewelers to make digital gold widely accessible. Now let's understand how is it better than buying a physical gold. So one of the main advantages of digital gold is that it allows you to hold gold virtually without worrying about physical storage or security. It's certified 24 karat 999.9 pure gold, eliminating concerns about impurities. Unlike physical gold, there are no making charges, just a 3% GST. How is it different from paper gold is that, compared to other forms of paper gold like ETFs or gold funds, digital gold doesn't require a demat account and allows for extremely small purchases, sometimes as low as 100 rupees. So this makes it a flexible option for investors of all levels. How safe is it? However, it's important to note that digital gold is not yet directly regulated by anybody, though SEBI is expected to introduce norms soon. The gold is stored in insured, secured vaults, but customers can personally inspect it. In essence, digital gold offers a convenient, cost-effective way to invest in gold, combining the benefits of physical gold ownership with the ease of digital transactions. As with any investment, potential buyers should consider their goals and understand the product thoroughly before investing. Wow, what a packed episode! We have covered so much ground today, from investment strategies for young professionals to intricacies of HRA claims, the complexities of property inheritance, and even dived into a new world of digital gold. I hope these insights have given you some food for thought about your own financial situation. Remember, personal finance is just that, personal. What works for one person might not work for another. So always consider your unique circumstances when making financial decisions. If you have got a burning money question that you'd like to answer, don't be shy. Send me an email and you might just see your query featured in our next episode. And hey, if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends who could use some financial wisdom. Until next time, this is Krutika signing off. Keep those smart money moves coming, and I'll see you in the next episode of Cash Queries with Krutika.